Hello, my name is Pankaj Shah. I, along with my group members consisting of Akhirul, Shafin, Udipto, will give you a short presentation on the topic IoT and smart cities. So before moving on ahead, I would like to give a brief explanation to the term IoT. The term Internet of Things was first coined by Kevin Ashton back in 1999. So it was initially used to promote RFID technology. So the definition given by Kevin Ashton is the Internet of Things is about empowering computers so that they can see, hear and smell the world for themselves. So now moving on with the current scenario, IoT can be simply defined as a collection of network of physical objects connected to the internet which collects and exchanges data. Now moving on to the concept of smart city. A smart city is a sustainable and innovative city that aims to improve the quality of life for its citizens while providing better infrastructure, clean and sustainable environment using smart solutions. Here by smart solutions we mean be it e-governance, effective management of energy and waste, and then urban mobility, etc. Now there is a big misunderstanding between smart cities and urban cities. In that context, smart cities differ vastly with respect to urban cities, be it in terms of advancement and development of infrastructure, sustainable economic development, accessibility, etc. Now moving on to need for smart cities. The first is urbanization. As the world's urban population is expected to be doubled by 2050, there is an urgent necessity to develop a smart and sustainable cities to cope up with the current population growth. The second is environmental challenges. There is a record that 70% carbon dioxide emission is from the cities and 80% of global energy production are consumed by the cities. So there is a urgent need for technology which can effectively use such energies. So smart cities can provide with such a technology. Now moving on to, and the next is economic growth. So smart cities can also contribute greatly to the economic growth of a country and thereby improve the country's GDP. Now keeping in view with such points, the Ministry of Urban Development under Government of India has also taken an initiative, that is India's Smart Cities Mission. So which with a vision to cover 100 cities in next 5 years. So these points, this initiative was taken towards the vision of urban development to integrate multiple information and communication to create sustainable management system and economic development and thereby improve the quality of life. Now moving on to the role of IoT in smart cities. So in terms of technical definition, smart cities can be simply defined as a combination of sensing, networking, analysis and control. Here sensing is the measure and estimation and report, while networking defines the communication and resource allocation, which analyze and controls the data. Now IoT provides all these things required by smart cities. It connects all those physical objects and allows to sense the phenomena and thereby control them accordingly. So IoT can be simply defined as a fundamental technological infrastructure for the smart cities. Now moving on to the applications of smart cities. So these are the basic components of smart cities: smart grid, water management, waste management, public care, safe city, smart traffic management. So each of these topics will be further explained by my fellow group mates.
The first one is smart grid. Her goal is electrical grid inputting a personal measurement system whose relay information back to the central management system. Now, the smart grid is a part of an IoT framework which can be used to remotely monitor and manage everything like traffic signal, parking space and early detection of things like earthquake and extreme weather. It's a two-way communication between connected devices and the hardware that can sense and respond to the user demand. Next is water management. Here the goal is conserve water. Here IoT can help by sensing the water levels in sewer or tank that store water, and when the water goes below certain level, it will refill the tank, and if it's going to overflow, it will stop the motor. So in that way, it will save water, and it can also sense the climate, real-time climate. And next is waste management. The goal is to optimize trash collection and monitoring. A sensor will monitor the trash collection. If the trash gets empty or full, it will alert the authority, and they will collect the trash can. And it can also sense the disposal that put in the trash can. Next is public care. Her goal is effective and quick health diagnosis and avoid pandemic. Her IoT can help by remote medical care. Patient can take more affordable and accessible treatment for certain conditions from comfort of their bed. They can directly contact doctors without going to hospitals, and for certain disease that can be treatable. And smart hospitals and wearables. In smart hospitals, smart bed will be there, capable of detecting patient activities and adjust to patient needs. And wearables like smart band, this will collect the data like heartbeat, temperature, and pressure that will help doctors to analyze the data.
Safe City is an application of smart city. The main goal of Safe City is to ensure safety of citizens and prevent crime. For example, using IoT, there will be a surveillance camera, which will help in identifying the criminal, and it can reduce the crime. It will also can monitor the citizen movement. Smart traffic management is also an application of smart city. And the main goal of smart traffic management is to make life better on the road. Using IoT, like using smart sensor, we can capture traffic movement. Using smart sensor, we can make smart lighting of the street, and using sensor in the tolling booth. Using sensor in the tolling booth and in the car, when the car will passes through the tolling booth, it will reduce the traffic of the tolling gates. Now, challenges of smart city. Finance. For the smart city, to make a smart city, there needs a lot of money. So finance is also a main challenges for the smart cities. Planning is also a challenges for the smart cities. To make a city smart, it requires well planning. Planning is also are challenges to the smart cities. Supervision. For the smart cities are need to be supervised. For the supervision, we need IT professional. Lack of IT professional is also challenges for the supervision and challenges to the smart cities. Internet connectivity is also the challenges to the smart cities. Privacy and security. Privacy is concern for the every individual. There must be a balance between quality of life and privacy of individual. While everyone wants for better quality of life, but nobody wants to be surveillance by the government. For example, surveillance camera are installed in every state to identify the criminal and reducing the crime. But there is also a chance that the government will use this camera for the surveillance of its citizen. And there is also for cyber security, there is also chance that hacker will enter to the system and it can easily shout the whole cities. Example of some companies helping to build IoT smart cities. There are many companies which helps in making the smart cities. Talensa is also a company. It helps many cities to making smart cities. Talensa mainly is a global smart street lighting companies in the smart cities. Talensa uses smart chips, which smart sensor, which make the optimal deployment of the street light. Like Talensa, there is Enovo is also a company which helps in making smart cities. It provides waste and recycling service to the North America and UK. Enovo is a technology-driven, progressive waste management company. It has some pre-installed IoT sensor. Through the pre-installed IoT sensor, it can measure, analyze, and manage the waste and reduce the waste-related operational cost and increase recycling. The next part will be explained by my friend Dipta.
So I am going to present the last part of my presentation, and it's a case study about one of the smartest nations, that is Singapore. While most of the countries are gearing up for adopting digital technologies, Singapore already seems to be way ahead of its time. The city-state is steadily flexing its standing as Asia's technology capital. In fact, according to a new survey published by Swiss business school IMD and the Singapore University of Technology and Design, Singapore is now the world's smartest city. Here are some of the 5 technological advances that prove this notion. So the first in the line is self-driving cars. Self-driving car startup Nutonomy is helping the country develop its autonomous vehicle capabilities and is en route to become the first in the world to roll out a driverless taxi system by 2022. Next in the line is smart streets. Singapore is currently aiming to make its streets smarter by installing lamp posts that can lighten up avenues, and also there will be noise sensors that can react to loud noises like someone screaming or a car crash. Moreover, the plan is to equip the lamps with face recognition sensors to promote the safety of Singapore's streets. Next in the line is the introduction of robots. Recently, Singapore introduced robotic staff into the workforce. There are 488 robots per 10,000 employees in Singapore, and in these terms, is the second most advanced country in the world right after South Korea. Singapore strives to incorporate robots into medical industry to promote its efficacy. For example, robots for dispensing medication. Next in the line is the use of virtual reality and augmented reality. Probably the most ambitious VR project is Virtual Singapore. It aims at creating a digital 3-dimensional model of the city. The project will become a testbed for Singapore governments, businesses, and researchers with the help of those which will help create a more resilient and smarter city. And the last in the line is Integrated Community Healthcare Master Plan. In Singapore, a key example of this is the development of Health City Novena, a master plan for community-focused health in which infrastructure such as pedestrian walkways, underground car parks, and outdoor green spaces exist to complement and ameliorate the citizen-patient experience. So with this, I would like to conclude our presentation, and I have listed some of the references.